All right. Folks, what is going on? Let me go ahead and share this because I'm starting a little earlier than I said I would. So let me share. All right, we're going to give it some time, give it a few minutes. I see some people are joining. I'll give it a little bit of time and let others go ahead and jump in, and then we will get started. What is going on, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? We will get started here momentarily, folks. We will get started momentarily. DJ Steels, what up, my guy? What up, everybody? Welcome. We'll get started here shortly. We got quite a few things to talk about. I'm going to make a lot of videos tomorrow for the week. I'm going to start trying to plan my YouTube channel out a little better, so I continue to get more material out for you guys while I am doing everything else in my life, man. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. So I'm trying to keep up as much as I can, folks. Bobby Roode with the beard. Yes, okay. I'm thinking of dyeing the beard like a dark color, like more my hair color, you know? Like a little darker brown, maybe. But honestly, I'm probably going to get rid of it, to be honest. We will jump in any minute, folks. Let me, I know I just tweeted this out. If you guys do not mind, please go ahead and share this on Twitter. Whatever you are, Twitter, Facebook, I don't care. If you do not mind, go ahead and share this out. I would greatly appreciate it. 27 Down Sports Podcast, my good friends. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Greatly appreciate you guys. I've been watching. Good stuff. Keep it up. Good stuff. Keep it up. Really. Looking like a lumberjack. Yeah, I should do this with an axe. I should just hold an axe and go ahead and do this. So, folks, we will get started here any second. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of different things going on. There is a lot of Yankee news to talk about, so I am definitely going to be making some videos tomorrow. No Shave September? Maybe. The problem is my barber is in the Dominican Republic right now, so I can't even get my stuff done. I can't even get nothing done. It's unbelievable. No Shave September. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe we'll go No Shave September. Maybe I'll do that. All right, guys. I'm going to jump right into it. I definitely have a lot of things I want to talk about, but I'm not going to just let myself talk. I'll have you guys, answer questions or talk about whatever else you want to talk about also. First thing I want to start off with is good news. I want to start off with good news, and then I'm going to talk about the whole Domingo Germán thing. So let me start off with the good news. I'm not going to talk about Severino's. We've already done that. Severino looks good. Let's hope he continues. James Paxton. What a turnaround. Folks, there was a time that many of us, including me and including a lot of you, because we all talked about it, that we were upset with Paxton. We were banging our heads against the wall saying, what in the hell? This is not the guy that we went out there to get. We all expected better. Now we are getting the James Paxton that we all envisioned we will get. Now we are getting him. Now we are seeing him. This is great news for the Yankees. And it is happening at the right time. This is the time it needed to happen. James Paxton right now. This is the time we needed Paxton to get hot. He has been tremendous. He has been great. And arguably, to some Yankee fans, he needs to be your game one starter, in my personal opinion. And I think a lot of fans agree with that. Now, whether you go Paxton, Tanaka, Paxton, Severino, to me that really doesn't matter. But I do want my best pitcher on the mound. And I also like to ride the hot hand. So, for me, the hot hand right now is James Paxton. He's been excellent. If you watch him pitch, the biggest difference that I have witnessed from Paxton early in the year to Paxton now, is the knuckle curve. He's throwing that filthy knuckle curve again that, according to many, Larry Rothschild told him not to throw. It's almost the same thing that happened with Sonny Gray, where he was told not to throw certain pitches. So, I don't want to go out there and enter conspiracy zone, but I am happy that apparently Paxton kind of spoke up and said, I'm doing my thing, let me be who I am, and he's done it, and since then, this guy's been great. So he's just taken off. So I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see Paxton being the guy he is, throwing the way he's throwing. It is so big for this ball club right now that is really working on almost all cylinders right now. The other good news is the return of Giancarlo Stanton, who I've knocked. I will sit here and not lie to you all. I've knocked the guy. I was very upset with him taking so long to recover. And again, we don't really know what these guys' injuries are. We don't know how their body feels. All we can see is see it and hear it. I never heard anything about Stanton other than what the media said out there about him being injured. But it's nice to have him back, especially hitting. If he came back slumping, I think we'd all be upset. But it's nice to have Big G back in the lineup looking good. And of course, we know what he adds to this lineup. So, it's good to see that. I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see this team working on really all cylinders. John Loaiza out there throwing 100+ today. So, it's amazing, man. It's good to see. 27 Down Sports Podcast. Guys, if you don't mind, subscribe to his channel also. Good guys. Good guys. Love the Paxton knuckle curve. He needs to work on the change. We are in an era where these clowns seem to hate the change like they used to the curve. Great changes are important. I completely agree 150%. A pitcher with a good changeup, I'll take him any day, especially if he throws 97 and they could drop a 91, 88, 89 mile an hour changeup in there. We see Luis Severino really turn the corner when he started to throw that changeup more and become the pitcher that he is today. A lot of it is because of that changeup, so there's no doubt about it. A guy like Domingo Germán, we always talked about his changeup. Speaking of, his changeup had a little slap to it, if you know what I mean. Too soon? I believe the allegations. I got nothing against the girl. I believe the girl. But the changeup does have a little slap to it. All right? Has nothing to do with the slap that we heard about. Okay? It has nothing to do with the slap we heard about. The changeup has a little bit of slap on it, all right? Speaking of Domingo Germán, my God, can you pick a better time? Can you pick a better time? There should never be a time, Domingo. There should never be a time where you hit a female. There should never be a time where you smack the person you are with. There should never be a time when that happens. And time frame doesn't really matter, but Domingo Germán will not be pitching this year for the Yankees, not at all. And, Tyler, I've heard a lot of Yankee fans say, hey, look, if this comes back and it is 100% legit and we know about it, this guy should be gone. One thing I got to say about Major League Baseball that I am a little more happy about is the zero tolerance policy when it comes to some of these things. There should be a zero tolerance policy. Now, here's the other thing. We got to know all sides of the story. So, this is a bad allegation. It's very bad. Should he be looked upon like he's a big piece of garbage right now? No. Until it is really proven to me is when you got, you're innocent until proven guilty. That's only fair. That's what our beautiful country of America allows us to have. Innocence until proven guilty. So, we'll see what happens here. If he did it, by all means, you got some making up to do, kid. You got some things you need to learn, so it's upsetting, it sucks, but hey, Chapman went through it. Some people could argue Chapman might have been worse. I mean, he shot a gun through the roof and apparently laid some hands or whatever it may have been. The story went from being realistic to the wife saying it wasn't what people said. It wasn't as bad. Whatever. I'm not here to talk about all that. It's just a stupid thing to do, especially so young in your career. You had a chance at 20 wins. You had a chance to contribute to helping this team win a World Series in the playoffs. That's not going to happen now. So, it sucks. It really sucks. But it is what it is. I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean it towards his career. It is what it is. Yeah, DJ Steels, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. And I told a few people that already. I had a few people tell me, well, don't you think that, they would look to appeal it or something like that? They didn't do any of that. They came out and said, based on the information we know, he's not coming back this year. So there got to be some real legit info out there to basically make that assumption already that dude isn't pitching this year. Simple as that. Postseason, regular season or postseason, he's not coming back. So there got to be some legitimacy behind this, that something real happened. Speaking of Vasquez, I don't even want to talk about it because that stuff does get me hot. I don't even want to talk about the Vasquez thing. That's a man who should never step foot in the major leagues again. I believe he will never play baseball again. I really believe that. I really don't want to talk about this because I have a serious belief that if you could hurt a child, however the hell you see it, you're sick, and you do not belong in a sport where kids are watching, people are watching, and you're getting paid millions of dollars to be a sick human being. Get the man help. Get him help. Keep him out of baseball. Simple as that. That's all there is to it. And again, I don't want to stick on this. So moving on, folks. Moving on. I'm going to go ahead and accept your guys' questions, and we will talk. My girl would have stabbed me, though. If I ever raised my hand, she'd have killed me. I would have never got a chance to. Yeah, Vasquez needs to be in jail. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. No, he didn't hit a child. He had sexual relations with a minor. Put it that way. Admitted it. So, it's a terrible thing. Who's your most surprising player in my opinion? Surprising player for the Yankees this year. You know what? Let's go with... Damn. That's a good question, man. Let me think. Most surprising player this year for the Yankees. I still think you got to say Urshela. I think Urshela would still be the guy. Yeah, exactly. But I think Urshela, I think Gio's got to be the guy. I'll tell you what, too, man. I'll tell you another guy who impresses me the more I watch him. Mike Ford. Mike Ford continues to impress me. He really does. I like Mike Ford a lot. I mean, I think a lot of Yankee fans like him already. But I like watching Mike Ford. I like him. I think Ford has been really, really good. He has good at-bats. He's not just a homer or nothing guy. He has good at-bats. He has good at-bats. He works the count well. He's been pretty decent at first based on the eye test. I haven't seen all the analytical numbers, but I enjoy watching Mike Ford. You got your Tauchman. You got all these other guys that have just been excellent this year. DJ LeMahieu, of course, is, for me, arguably up there for MVP. There's no doubt about it. I think DJ LeMahieu is going to get MVP votes. I don't know if he wins it. I definitely think he's right up there. He deserves to be right up there. He's been great. He's really been great. Yeah, but the whole thing about Domingo Germán is, again, what DJ Steele said, which I agree. MLB never really even defended him on this. So there's gotta be some real deal proof behind what happened. They didn't come to his defense. A lot of times the players union, will come out and there'll be an appeal, there'll be this, there'll be that. Nobody's really came out and said, all right, hold on. They came out and said, the dude's not pitching this year in the postseason or regular season. They're not going to do that for a guy who has a decent chance of being innocent, possibly. Or that there's no truth behind this. There has to be truth behind. Hell, the Yankees didn't come out. The Yankees didn't come out and say, we don't know what happened. The Yankees came out and said, yeah, probably not coming back. So, we can always say somebody's innocent until proven guilty. But, yeah, there's no doubt about it, additional info that we haven't heard about yet. No doubt. Do you think that Didi batting third is hurting us? I think, guys, you're going to get mad. Well, anybody who's been watching me has heard me say this for a long time. I like Didi. But Didi's on-base percentage is under 300. You take away that grand slam or two he got in the 7 RBI game, what the hell has he done this year? So, again, he's coming back from an injury. But, again, you're going to get mad at me when I say this. Gregorius has been another player that Yankee fans have overrated. I remember having arguments with people on here when they told me he's worth $100 million plus to re-sign him now. And I always said, hold your horses on that. Hold your horses. I like the guy. I think he's good. I got nothing against Gregorius. But to sit there and say you're going to give the man $15, $16, $17 million a year, hold on a second. Let's breathe a little. Let's breathe a little. All right. I wish I could put polls on here, but I can't. So, poll question. Yes or no? To my wonderful Yankee people in this room. You got to take one of these guys. The other guy goes to another team. Garrett Cole or Didi Gregorius. Who are you taking? All right, so it's a sweep. It's a sweep. Now, I did get a message from my good old friend, Mr. Reliable, today, just asking him questions. I've kind of been out of touch, so I've been getting back in touch with my guy. And I asked him about Cole and what does he think the Yankees' chances are of getting him. He said, and I think we might all agree with this, that if the Yankees won the World Series this year, he highly doubts they go out there and pick up almost anybody. So that's not to say if they win the World Series, they'll look to improve this club. But like he said, they really do have a lot of good young guys who are knocking on the door. And if you look at the Yankees' rotation, it is starting to get very packed for the 5 guys they have. So, you look at that more and more. I'm not saying it won't happen, but there's a lot of guys knocking on the door with only 5 spots. And Paxton is locked in. Severino's locked in. Tanaka's locked in. The other guys you can argue you can move around possibly. But I'll get to that 1 minute. William, my friend, thank you for the contribution. I greatly appreciate it. Pete, CC needs to pitch in the postseason. I would say no, he doesn't have to. Do I like CC out of the bullpen in situational spots? I do. Because he's a veteran, because I think he could put a lot more into his pitches as a guy that could pitch an inning, or a batter, a big lefty late in the game, I like that idea for Sabathia. And I'm happy to see him say that. I'm happy to see CC Sabathia say, look, I'll help this club, at the pen, and I'm willing to do that move. That's a classy move for a guy who knows he can't really start no more. So I commend Sabathia on that. And by the way, my poll on my Twitter about CC Sabathia being overrated is not me saying he's overrated. It's just a question that I had from talking to a friend, and I told him I will poll it to see what people think. I don't think Sabathia is overrated. Do I think he gets a little maybe too much respect as being this amazing pitcher? Yeah, but I don't think he's overrated. I think he's been a very good pitcher for many years. He has a great longevity in his career. I don't ever think he was the best pitcher in baseball. I don't think he was ever that. But he was very, very good. And I don't think that makes him overrated because he's been a great Yankee. He's been a Yankee that a lot of people look up to. So I think that means a lot also. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Torres could play short. Give DJ LeMahieu another 2-year extension and go from there. Pete, does Wade make the postseason roster? I say yes. I think you definitely need Wade on the postseason roster. The speed, the defense, all of that makes a ton of sense. And again, guys, if you guys remember a while back, I said Tyler Wade, you got to remember, he was up at a very young age. He was very young when he got called up. Here's a guy that if he ever puts it together is a starter on almost every team in baseball. He's really good. He's been a good ball player. Hey, man, Red Blunder, you beat the hell out of him, but he deserves it. He deserves it. He is the worst outfielder, arguably, I've ever seen. My Aunt Kathy, who is 65 years old, can make better catches in the outfield than Red Blunder. I'm going to steal that from you. Red Blunder, I love it. Jeff says, enough money come off the playoff to sign Cole. Yeah, I think so, but, you know, we've been down this route before. Will the Yankees do it? We don't know. We don't know. I don't know how Wade looks better than Frazier in the outfield. Frazier, God, you talk about an odd player. Let's talk about Frazier for a second. Let's take a second to talk about this. Good hitter, horrible outfielder, pretty good offensive statistics this year, and I would argue his stock has went down. I would argue his stock has went down. I'd argue it. All day. All day. All day. I would literally argue that even though he has pretty good statistics on the offense side, his stock has gone down. Seriously. No doubt about it. No doubt in my mind. His stock has went down. Postseason outfielders are going to be, I would say, you keep it the way it is. For me personally, I go Stanton, Gardner, Judge. Stanton, Gardner, Judge is the way I go about it. Do I re-sign Gardner? Yes, I do. And that's coming from a guy who I wasn't happy about re-signing Gardner. You guys know it. I wasn't happy. I said, you know, maybe you could do something a little different with that one. But I don't want to go down this path. But the juice ball is real, folks. Gardner shouldn't be hitting close to 30 homers. The juice ball is real. Now, look, we're playing with that ball, so yes, I'm not going to take nothing away from Gardy. Keep Gardner. But my God, this juice ball is a friggin' joke. It's a joke. It's like steroids in baseball. It's cheating. It's the same shit as baseball saying, I didn't know they were taking steroids. We had no idea. Everybody knew. Bud Selig knew. Everybody knew. They know about this. Guys, look at the stats. They started to use the Major League Baseball and AAA mid-year during the year. The home run rate went up about 35%. 35% or more. I think it might have been higher than that. It's legal cheating. I'm not complaining. It's all good. But it's legal cheating. I got a lot of hypocrites out there that got mad about guys taking steroids. This is legal cheating. I know the home run makes baseball. I know people want to see the Judges, the Stantons, the Trouts hit bombs. But wow, come on, man. That ball is about as juice can get. Let's be real here, folks. My guy DJ Steele says because AAA is growing up. All right, Steels, I see you, man. Well, I agree. I enjoy a low-scoring, tight baseball game. You know, I enjoy those games. As juiced as me, Steels, come on, man. Your boy ain't juiced. There ain't no juice here. There's no juice here, Steels. My head got a little beat up yesterday, folks, in my sparring session. I don't know if you can see the big bump right here I got. Yeah, that's all right. Your boy's okay. Your boy's all right. All right, guys, I'm going to open the floor to more questions like I told you. Like I told you all. There's going to be a lot of videos coming up this week. I got a lot of stuff to talk about that I'm going to record multiple videos tomorrow and hopefully get a lot of those out. But let's go. What was the wife? I don't even know where she is. Maybe she left. I have no idea. I don't know where the wife is. Alvarez is an absolute beast. He is an absolute beast. Will we resign Betances? Yes, I think we do. I think we do resign him. I think we resign. No, it wasn't her who beat me up. No, it was a good sparring session. You got to see the other guy first. Resign Betances? Yes, I said I think we should. How many make postseason? I'm not sure what you mean by that question. Geo extension? Not yet. Red Sox future plans? Well, they traded a lot of their big guys away. I think Betts or one of these guys ends up getting traded. We'll see, you know. Good luck to the Red Sox. The Yankees have a beautiful, bright future. They got a lot of really good minor leaguers coming up that are close to really, you know, taking over this club. So it's going to be interesting. DJ Steele says, Game 1, Tanaka. Game 2, Sevy. Game 3, Paxton. Game 4, maybe Hap. Okay, I understand that. Sounds good, or does it have flaws? To me, I'm starting my best pitcher first and my hottest hand. And right now, that would be Paxton. I want my best guy on the mound. When do you think Yankees will sign Aaron Judge long-term? Possibly next year. Alfredo Garcia. 2020 Cy Young. Hell, the way this season has gone with some players, I would never put nothing past anything. Who do you think the Yankees will pick up during this offseason? Oh my God, man, I am not prepared to answer offseason questions. As you guys know, I dominate the offseason. I dominate the deadline. Nobody is like me during that time, so it'll be the same thing this offseason. But I am not prepared to talk offseason yet. We got a great team that has a chance to win the World Series. We're going to focus on that. I'll be doing a lot of things in the playoff, a lot of game recaps, lives during the game, so it's going to be interesting. Paxton, Tanaka, Severino, and Hap sounds good. Sounds good to me, my friend. I can deal with that. Loved my deadline rant. Hey, look, it looks like I'm kind of biting that deadline rant in the ass, to be honest. The way these other guys have looked, Severino's back. I still think the Yankees could have added another guy, but it's all good. You think Pete Alonso is breaking Judge's home run record? Yes. Alonso's going to break Judge's record, no doubt. 3-man rotation? No, it depends on how the series is going. In a 7-game series, maybe. But I think early on, depending on if you're up 2-1, maybe you can. Thoughts on Contreras? Another really good young Yankee pitcher. Good fastball, good mechanics. Very smart in the mound, not horrible command. So Yankees got so much good young talent in the minor leagues. And the best of all of them might be my good friend Clark. Now in Double-A. Should have been put in Double-A earlier, but Clark can make a difference next year, folks. He's that good, trust me. Maybe 60? No. I don't see him hitting 60 homers this year. Do you think Judge's contract will be like Harper or Trout's contract money-wise? I don't think so. He's much older. He's older than those guys. Remember that. No, he's older than Harper. But I could still see Judge getting an 8-year deal or so, 7 or 8-year deal. What's up with Bird? Nothing. Bird has no place on this club, nor should he. He's an absolute stud. He's an absolute stud. If you've never seen Clark Schmidt pitch, go out there and watch him. He is an absolute stud. He is excellent. Absolutely excellent. 13 pitchers for the playoffs. Ellsbury ain't making the Yankees for nothing. For nothing. All right, guys. I'm going to get ready to jump off here. I got some fights to watch. And I will talk to you guys next time. Remember, tomorrow I'll be making a lot of chats. Not chats, I'm sorry. A lot of new videos. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not. I greatly appreciate all of you guys. Everything you do. You guys are the best. It was a 30-plus minute chat, Mike. I got things to do, buddy. Come on. I got music to work on. I got a lot of different things I got to do tonight. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. Again, there's going to be a lot more chats during the week and things like that. I'm going to be back to working solely on the channel. I do have a new album I'm working on that will be dropping early next year. That's going to be something different than I've ever done. I'm very excited about it. So, guys, I will talk to you all again very, very soon. This has been the Simonetti Source. You guys are the best. Thank you.